You can't know until you grow. I'm Darla LeDoux with AlignandProfit.com, and one of the things that I see people struggle with so much, and in our last video we talked about the great entrepreneurial flip-flop, and one of the places that people get so hung up that they eventually quit is in their messaging. So I see this all the time. People sit in their office and try to brainstorm and figure out what are the exact right words so that I can connect with my ideal client with ease. And here's what you have to know. You can't know until you grow. So today's video, we're going to focus on the 3 places you can come from. I call them your profit styles that will be growth for you, that will grow you past the old flip-flop patterns of letting your circumstances run the show, trying to prove yourself, or trying to be productive. Any of those energies are going to get in the way of you being able to be clear about what your message is, right? Because that which we resist persists, and those are all resistant energies, okay? So let's grow past those today and look at how can you choose a filter that's going to allow the space for your message to reveal itself, for you to work with real life clients, listen to what it is that they want, what it is that they need, and where they're going, and craft a powerful message based on that. So here's 3 ways that you can do that. The first is to adopt becoming a Sally service. So Sally service is focused on what difference can I make, right? She's all about being concerned and compassionate for others and looking for what difference she can make. So she's going to go out in the world and she's going to listen with a filter of what do people really need, right? What can I offer that's going to be most of service to them? And how can I offer it in a way that they're actually going to hear it, right? So Sally Service is going to be like a little consumer research detective. I have a background in consumer research. She's going to be listening for what people are saying, but listening for also what people aren't saying about what service they really need that's going to make them happy. Okay, so that's the first way you can get clear about your messaging. Stop worrying about you and focus on being of service. The second way you can get clear about your messaging is to adopt the second profit style, which I call Empowering Emily. So Empowering Emily has a fundamental belief that whatever happens is actually right. Okay, so she's going out in the world looking for what's right in the world and how she can build upon what's right. So she's going to have a little bit different filter than Sally. She's going to go out and she's going to ask people about what is working for you, right? What in your world, and if you help entrepreneurs, what in your business is working for you? If you help individuals with weight loss, what is working for you about weight loss? And she's going to listen very carefully, again, for the words that they're saying, but it's coming from a different place. She's going to listen about what's right. She's going to look for what's right about them. And she's going to look for an opportunity to create more of what's right in her messaging. Okay, so it's going to be a very different energy space than Sally, who's looking to serve and to help, and she's very concerned. Emily's looking for what's right and how do I create more of what's right? And how do I have my marketing message be a stand for what's right in the world, in the area that I care about and that my ideal clients also care about, okay? The third profit style I call Connection Connie. So Connie's got a point of view that everything is always right in the world, right? So Emily's actually out looking for what's right. Connie has a belief that everything's always right and that we connect with the exact right people for a reason, right? So she's got this profound knowing that we are energetically connected and that the people who come into our sphere, the experiences that come into our sphere are coming because they're exactly what we need at that moment to learn exactly what we need to learn. So one of the things that Connie would do if she needed to get clear about her message is, first she would take a breath, wherever she's at, right? And she would say, what action do I need to take to get clear about my message? And she would trust her intuitive knowing about what to do. Whether it's leave the house, whether it's call a certain person, whether it's read a certain book, she would follow her intuition on the steps to take to get clear. And she would pay a lot of attention to whether it's a resource that comes into her world, or possibly a person that comes into her world, or a perspective that comes into her world that really gets her, at a gut level. And she'd go, that's got something to do with my message. I know it does. And she would trust that, right? So connection, Connie knows she's connecting with the right information at the right time. She releases the urge to analyze. There's no pros and cons lists. There's no extra research, right? She just trusts that message that shows up for her, and she goes for it. Now, any of these three are ideal ways for you to move past what's blocking you. But my guess is, just by listening to this, there's one that's really speaking to you. And I encourage you to adopt that profit style as you look to get clear about your messaging. Now, if you're not sure what that is, or you're having trouble of letting go of your own ways, right? Circumstances are getting in the way, or you keep having this desire to prove yourself and prove you can get it and be productive, right? Those are the old ways. Let's put those aside. If you're struggling to put those aside and allow your truth to reveal itself, I invite you to join me for the Biz School for Aligned Entrepreneurs. The Biz School for Aligned Entrepreneurs is a 5-month program. It starts May 2nd. And in it, we first of all get you 100% in alignment with your personal profit style, the way you operate the best to attract the results that you want. Next, we dive in and get super clear about what is your unique genius, what is your powerful mission in the world, and how do those two come together to create your unique brand of messaging. The third thing we talk about in the Biz School for Aligned Entrepreneurs is, what's your way? What is the way that you get your clients extraordinary results in whatever you do? I'll walk you through a process to get really crystal clear about your unique approach to creating those results. And then we look at what is, I call, your client journey. How do you package yourself? How do you price yourself so that you can live the life you want and really get your clients the results that you want in the time available to you? And how do you systematically lead those clients into your tribe so they can work with you? Module 5, we look at how do you approach sales from a perspective of being in alignment. See, sales is nothing more than creating a natural alignment between who you are and what your ideal client needs. And lastly, we create your aligned income map. And that is really the steps that help you, what I say, aim for profit. It's exactly what you need to go do to bring in those ideal clients so you can give them that service you developed. So that is the Biz School for Aligned Entrepreneurs. If you know you're connecting with this information right now for a reason, you can learn more at alignedentrepreneur.com. Now hold tight, because in our next video, we're going to look at how your packaging and pricing of your services is constantly giving clues to your ideal clients that they're aligned with who you are. I'm Darla LeDoux with alignandprofit.com, and I'll see you soon.